The garden is finally getting somewhat mature. My tomato plants are all flowering and have sets on them of tomatoes. My banana plants are just as tall as me at this point almost. My pepper plants are flowering. Green beans are growing really well. My sugar snap peas are finally starting to die off, but I'm going to let them dehydrate properly so that I can harvest all their seeds from the nicest pods. I figured why not. I always loved sugar snap peas, and to be honest, I use a lot of their seeds each season, so I gotta harvest them. My strawberries all have runners. They're kind of done putting out strawberries right now because it is over like their heat tolerance to produce strawberries, even though they're ever bearing. My zucchini, my yellow squash are growing so well, and they have so many squash back there. It's just awesome. I've been eating practically a squash or two a day for the past month. Maybe a little under a month. But, squash is good. I really like it. I really like it just sauteed in butter with salt, pepper, garlic powder, garlic, and onion powder. And also, if you have some fresh oregano or any herbs from the garden, I would suggest to add them to the butter and, just saute that all together and then pull out the herbs when you're done sauteing. I do really like to eat my green beans with that. Normally, if you want good green beans, you can boil them until they get that lighter green hue, and then you can saute them, and it just makes them so much more tender than just sauteing them without boiling. Basically waiting for my eggplants to start doing something. They're a crop that was stunted in the beginning of the season, and they're coming in really well being stunted. Now, when I go over to my peppers, my jalapenos, and I got like sweet banana peppers and not too much other peppers. This year I've focused more on my fig tree collection and my citrus trees than I did on peppers. Just because I really wanted to practice grafting. Just to practice it. I don't know. I never really got into grafting, and it's kind of something new and exciting for me to learn. On my way to become a master gardener is definitely taking the time to start grafting to help other people to acquire trees, now that I've been kind of seasoned. The mandarin tree, if you can see to the left there, that has maybe 12 to 15 mandarins growing on it, which is awesome. I'm really happy with my lemon tree and my mandarin tree. Honestly, they might be my two favorite fruit trees. Also, the Martineca ramata tree is having a very big fig production this year. And the cool part about that tree is when I bought it, the guy kind of was like, hey, I got a deal for you. And, I ended up buying that tree for like $60 US, which is kind of cool. It was in like a 5-gallon pot, maybe a 10-gallon pot, but it's a very rare fig tree. So I was excited to get that. And I was like, you know what, I might as well. And the cucumbers are growing really well. To be honest, I harvested a bunch of cucumbers and I've yet to try one, so I'm definitely going to do that. They're my most delicate plant, are my cucumbers. I notice in the heat, new fig tree leaves do not do well, and cucumbers don't do well. I need to water my fig trees as much as I water my cucumbers because they're just growing so fast. I'm really happy with the turnout of my garden this season, and I still got like 2 to 3 months of growing, so that's pretty exciting. It is starting to get tough because of the heat, and I have a normal life outside of my garden, and I try and have like a healthy, I would say a healthy dose of everything in my life, and I learned that's how I keep my sanity. So I kind of just try and stay busy, even when I'm tired or I don't feel like doing anything. It happens. I'm just one of those people that always has to keep my hands busy because my mind is always racing. Also, the blueberry bushes did really well this year. I am probably going to narrow down my blueberry bush collection down to, and I was thinking about that just because the blueberries, they're going to get big, and I think, honestly, 5 bushes will be good for me. Yeah, but other than that, I got to dig up some of those banana plants and get them potted because I have people who keep asking me for them. And I'm going to just continue to keep my garden clean. And on the hot days, I'm going to water in the morning and at night. And basically just keep growing it properly. I'm going to do a nutrient feeding every week, so just to help the plants out and help keep nutrients in my soil, and just help supplement the plants. But basically, it's been a crazy season. Last season was a lot different than this season, and some seasons really press me because those hot days I just get so tired. And then I'm still like, oh crap, I still have this huge garden in my backyard.